On December 12th, something very special happened on YouTube, and it wasn't the insertion trailer dropping, although that was pretty awesome. Episode 2 of The Art of Seduction, Moves. Today I am here to both review and react to this video. A mini-series that Christine Riccio of PolandBananas20 is doing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, The Art of Seduction is where there are two twins, Monica and Ari Lolan, and they are trying to navigate the struggles of dating. Monica has a longtime best friend named Jason who she wants to be more than friends with, and Ari, her twin sister, has a guy in her statistics class which she wants to date. I'm going to have spoilers, of course, for the video. It is not my first time reaction because, let's face it, the minute it showed up in my subscription box I watched it. Even though I was getting ready for school, and I probably should not have been watching a video at that time. Anyway, for copyright reasons, per usual, I will have my earbuds in, and I will be pausing it to explain my feels, because there are a lot of them. It's very interesting that episode 2 has opening credits because it's reintroducing Monica and Ari, yet Christine doesn't introduce Jason, which is probably a more important character to introduce because he's new. Nevertheless, it was so awesome seeing Christine being the crazy Christine we all know and love, frolicking about in the camera with her books. Christine just has the best voiceover voice. Whenever I try to voice over, I sound like I have serious either bronchitis or stuffed nose. I personally liked episode 1 better than episode 2 because, honestly, who can beat those emails, especially if you're trying to compete against yourself? Because Ari's emails, from immature to gangster to lovely day and world peace and AIDS. There was some excellent setup in episode 2 for both Monica and Ari's relationship and Monica and Jason's relationship, which I really want to see progress. Monica and Ari aren't my favorite characters of all time, mainly because I know who Christine is, not personally. Christine is such an outgoing and fun-loving and just outstanding person, and she's so different from Monica and Ari because Christine, at least on camera, seems so sure of herself, and then you go to this and she doesn't know how to stop winking. I know that he's just busy being completely weirded out and kind of disgusted by Monica with how strangely she's acting. But I feel like it might have been better if he had a little more oomph and a little more life to him. He was still a good actor. I'm not criticizing him at all. I'm just saying that maybe if he had a little bit more standoutish qualities. But he does have the British accent, and that counts for quite a lot. I was waiting for quite a long time for Tim to come on screen because I found out about 2 months ago when I learned that she and Tim were dating, with all the pictures from Halloween and other ones, and they just looked so cute together, and everyone in her Instagram comments were just going, I ship it, I ship it, I ship it. So it was really interesting to see them. I really wanted Monica and Jason's date to go well because I wanted to get to see cutesy moments between her and him. I suppose I'll have to wait for that. And then it gets me thinking, what is their relationship like in real life? Because they're both YouTubers, they're both successful. I haven't watched any of Tim's videos, so I can't really tell you what his personality is like. I saw a great contrast between episode 1 and 2. In the first one, her personality was a lot funnier. I'm not saying she wasn't funny, she was really funny in episode 2, but just her overall who she was, especially with the whole saga with her email sent to Dawn. But in this one, she seems a little bit less mature. Her voice and tone and word choice is a little more demure and kind of naive, and it's like, tell me everything, is he your boyfriend now? And in episode 1, she was just self-conscious and clueless, which is different. Something that was absolutely astounding on any level was the transitioning and the flawless editing. I know Christine usually spends a ton of time on her videos. She said that in one of her book lover Q&As, but in this one especially, she spent so much time and care with the editing and the blocking, and all the angles were so perfect. If you don't already know this, she filmed episode 1 in New Jersey, but then obviously part of episode 2 she had to film in LA because she had to have Tim. She did it in such a way where you only focused on the table, but not even the whole table, just focusing either on Monica or Aerie, and then she focused on the island with the kitchen. And then of course Aerie's bedroom. On the date with Jason, it focused perfectly on just the table itself that they were having their tea, because obviously they needed to look like the same room, and even the wall color looked pretty good. I love, love, love the irony of the art of seduction, because I was talking to Emma and her mom was like, "What the heck are you watching?" And she was like, "There's no sex, right?" And we just burst out laughing because the art of seduction is just the farthest thing from actual seduction there is possible. And the irony of it is so good and just hits home right where Christine likes to. I have to admit that I didn't laugh quite as much in episode 2 because, like I said, you really can't beat Monica talking about which tea and Aerie's email. But there were so many funny moments, like when they're talking about what kind of moves they were. Dance moves? Like sexy moves. Moves. Then the winks. A wink. Wink. I know I look like I'm having a seizure. Playground sequences. The playground thing. I don't know where Christine came up with this. Maybe she was just writing the script and looking outside her window and was like, "Oh, there's a playground." But it's so funny. It's like playground playing or playground wearing a bathing suit. And this is what I thought was a bit clueless of Aerie and just naive. But it was purely for humor. This is just a really funny miniseries. It's not for seriousness. Playgrounds are illegal? Have I been mistaken all my life? And hand brushing. Are you a good hand brusher? I sincerely thought with all the hand brushing that she would punch him by accident. Maybe punching him in the nose and making him bleed, and then she'd have to fix it. Or drive him to the hospital, which wouldn't have been as fun. Romantic. I can be your way tea dress. Isn't it a lovely tea day? Oh my god. When Monica brought up that sleepy time tea had nothing to do with rape, I wanted to just reach in the screen and shake her. It was so funny because that's the #1 thing you don't tell anyone on a first date. I loved the sequence where I was like, "Oh my god, I know. Oh my god, I know. Oh my god, I know." The very ending, is it on Facebook? It took me a good solid 20 seconds for me to figure out what this meant. What's on Facebook? And then I was like, of course, did he post about their horrible failure of a date on Facebook? Or told his girlfriend, which would have been even worse. And that moment when he's about to say that Monica's his girlfriend, the other Monica, I sincerely thought this and it would have been better if Jason had said that his real girlfriend was Christine, because just the irony of it, and it would have been so funny and like this huge inside joke for everyone watching it. Is it on Facebook? After watching the whole video, I thought that I wanted a lot more of Aerie because of how funny of a character she is. And then I realized that Christine was trying to balance between the two main characters. The very first episode focused primarily on Aerie because of the whole email, and of course this episode would focus on Monica because it's Monica's date. I'm dying to see Aerie's date in episode 3. I hope it goes better than Monica and Jason's, because from the feeling and the casual correspondence between Dawn and Aerie, it seemed a lot more cute. Not that Monica and Jason's isn't cute, but it just seemed a lot more cutesy and flouncy and sweet. Kind of almost like an Anna and the French Kiss feel. In episode 3, I'm sincerely wondering who is going to play Dawn, because unlike with Monica and Aerie, they can't exactly have Dawn and Jason played both by Tim. And this got me thinking, I wish Kat had a boyfriend because, first of all, convenient, and second of all, awesome, because then we could just see another person, another dynamic. I'm dying to see Kat guest star in The Art of Seduction, even as just a little cameo. Maybe if Christine watches this video, maybe she can encourage Kat on Dawn and Aries' study date to be in the background studying at another table, because I just want to see her. Just a quick recap of the entire video. I loved the second installment, not quite as much as the first, but it was still extremely good, and I gave it a 94%. The plot was nicely done, not too fast, not too slow. The editing, lighting, dialogue was just so seamless. Christine is just such a talented person, both on camera and off, because she has the most amazing scripts and she has such a good sense of humor. She's so outgoing when she needs to be, and can be serious too. The premise is just so funny and so full of lulz, and it's like a really, really awkward Stephanie Perkins. The romance is failing, not because of her or anything, but just the way the plot's going, but it's still really cute. It's completely original. I felt so many feels throughout the entire thing. And with the ending, I cannot wait for the next episode. I hope you check out Art of Seduction episodes 1 and 2. They're amazing, done by Christine Riccio. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. Goodbye! Funny story, I've actually met Christine Riccio and Kat from Katie-tastic. I'll post a picture, and what I have to say is I was the most awkward person she probably could ever have met. I think I actually creeped Christine Riccio out. I'm not joking about this, it's even worse than interrupting Marie Lou. I went to complete fangirl mode. You would have thought that it was One Direction in front of me instead of Christine, but I just went on this spiel and she was just smiling and nodding with her red lipstick and probably thinking I was an idiot and wanting to get away from me. But she smiled for a picture, which I was so psyched about. Her outfit is adorable. Like, I want that so badly. You can't use words to express your feelings. Why can't I have Christine's hair, please? Monica's expressions are just so on point, and her awkwardness is perfection. Not tea party, tea date. I think Monica should have taken Aries' advice and just practiced a little harder with winking. Okay, so when I was looking at the video, I was like, is Aries eating oatmeal? Because it's Christine's favorite snack, so it should be Aries' favorite snack. It's cereal. Number 1 tip, don't listen to your Cosmo magazine. Not wearing a jacket. Okay, so I find it kind of weird, even though they've been best friends supposedly forever, that Jason just walks right in. Because normally, even if you're like BFFs, you'd be like, come right in, or come in, not just walk in. I didn't know they made pumpkin spice flavored tea either. So Jason's making a perfectly good attempt at conversation and she's just winking. I probably thinks that she's having an eye spasm. Okay. I feel like we went on the sudden Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban thing with Trelawney. What is the tea saying to you? I'd like to say that sleepy time tea would not be a very good dating tea. First of all, because it's herbal and meant for you to go to sleep. And 2, because it doesn't have like a really big kick to it. And 3, do you want your date to fall asleep on you? Good, nothing to do with rainbow, I hope not. I think my longtime friend's a psychopath.